Hey everybody, it's Ryan the War Boss coming at you with another WAAAGH. And today's WAAAGH, I'm going to go over and paint the Loon Curse GloomSpite Gitz Loon Boss on a cave squig. I'm going to paint him a traditional color that's, somewhat traditional to the army. You're going to see me go ahead and paint some squigs coming up in the next video, squig hoppers to be exact, followed by probably some stabbers and shooters, and then maybe some more squig hoppers, and gonna be a lot of goblins coming on, because I have a full 4,000 point army I need to paint up, including the arachnids, once I get the arachnids done as well. As you can see here, you can't really see it, but my whole station is nothing but goblins right now, and I'm banging them out, and I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. Ooh, goblins. As you can see, I already got a bunch of them. Okay. I got a bunch of them already painted up and ready to go. So go ahead, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you want, give me a like and subscribe below. Catch you in a second.
Alright, so here I'm giving a close-up of the model, just so you can see, and then after the close-up of the model, I go ahead and I start with the War Boss green, which is Citadel Paint's airbrush paint. I used the airbrush paint because it was a really small area that I was doing, and I wanted it to be thin, and to give him kind of that I stay out of the sun, I stay out of the dark kind of armor look here. And then I ended up going and doing red rust for the blade. After I finished with the red rust for the blade, I decided to go ahead and start doing the armor a silverish watered down black. I used just Vallejo silver and just standard, like, believe it or not, apple wood black. And with the water down, it actually came out really nice. Quite smooth versus, thick like the apple would usually. Because the mix and the water did it all. Obviously, I used a wet palette when I did this. Water mixing does work very well. Now I move on to going ahead and doing this guy's cloak. As I do it, I use a sky blue from Vallejo. It actually looks really, really nice, when you get down to the red of the squig and the black of the armor. It comes out really good. As you can see here, I actually went ahead and did a nice thick coat of this. It was again watered down and thinned down. So I had to do multiple coats, but then I realized I didn't do the armor piece in the middle, so I went back with the black real quick while it dried, just so I could go ahead and make the armor look a little nicer. After that, I go back and I finish up with the blue and give it another coat. Another coat. Sorry, been a long day. After that, I switched to doing the red. As you can see here, I didn't do the first coat in the camera. I decided to do the second and third coats in the camera because the first coat didn't really come out too well. And the reason why it didn't come out too well is I used a watered down corn red, and it just ended up being like a pink. So I ended up hitting it with another corn red, which is what you see me doing here, as well as I mixed in some bloody red by Vallejo, and basically the bloody red from Vallejo made it look kind of shiny and like it was jumping through like puddles and stuff like that. It looks really good. The wash went over it really nice and kind of gave it a glimmer shine, like it was being hit by a nice, overhead light. It looks really nice. But as you can see, I went ahead and got all the red I could, and just made sure that it was a nice coat. And then after that, I went and touched up some of the areas, again with, the bloody red, corn red mix, just kind of making it look shiny, like lights hitting it in those areas. Okay, as you can see, the red is done. It looks alright for right now, but again, it's not tied together. So here I am starting to do the white for his teeth, as well as his claws. And the reason I chose to do white is because I think bone white with the Reichland flesh shade makes the teeth and the claws look like they're dirty, but also bone as well, versus if I was to do a brown or something like that. As you can see here, it skipped around a little bit more. I went back to the teeth, but I ended up doing the eyes during this period as well, which I didn't get any in the film, which I apologize for, but they came out pretty good. I just used demon yellow, so it looks like really a demon squig. which is pretty cool. As you can tell, this is one of my favorite models from GW, and it was quite the story to get it, and unfortunately they ended up releasing it now, which, you know, is cool for that, but I got mine out of the Loon Curse box with some of my other, you know, Squig Hoppers and Squig Herders, which worked in my favor there. But as you can see, I finished up the teeth, so now I'm going to go ahead and get like his tail fangs, as well as I'm going to do the base. Here I'm doing the little spider thing at the bottom. I'm using Warp Fire Gray. For his legs, you can't really tell. Again, I'm still getting used to my new camera, so I am sorry about this poor footage. Hopefully the stuff coming out in the next few weeks will be a lot better. Just kind of bear with me on that. Alright, so I blackened up the stone at the base. After that, I went and started to do the Reichland flesh on his claws in the back, his teeth, his mouth, and the eyes. Once I got all the Reichland flesh on that, I went ahead and began with the next wash, which was just Urgrat's, so I can't even say that, Agrax Earthshade, and I used that for the rest of the model to basically make it look a lot darker and like he's more, you know, fit for the 40k Uniforce, which is, you know, grim dark all over the place. After going ahead and doing that, I went ahead and just touched up the Moon Cleaver a little bit, and I added some silver on it, and decided that I was going to change and add, I think, some black to make it look a lot better. It came out pretty good, and I was really interested in it. So hopefully you guys like that.
Alright, now that you can see, I have gone ahead and got this guy done. He's all set and ready to roll. He came out pretty nice. I kind of like how he's done, and I'm going to go ahead and get you some close-ups on those. Once again, this is Ryan the War Boss coming at you with another WAAAGH! Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a like and subscribe down below, and stay tuned for my next one where I do more goblins.